considered a right in the Universal Declaration of Human Rights. For a lot of reasons, including education is one of the most powerful tools in lifting socially excluding children and adults out of poverty and into society. As the UNESCO affirms, one of the intentions of the article is to fight against poverty so all people have the same opportunities and live a life with minimal economical worries.
Nowadays, it is really hard to find a good paying job without having studied a career or more. It is possible for some people, but it is usually because they already come with experience from life, family, and others. Well, without a superior education, it is hard to get to minimal economical worries as the article attempts. Due to this, poverty doesn't improve, the article's objective is not achieved.
Free basic education can help people to get out of chronic poverty. Basic education provides basic skills like reading, writing, and numeracy. Can improve the chance of people in extreme poverty to get a better paid job.
Even though basic education does help to get a very paid job, the change will only affect the people in extreme poverty, and the jobs that people could get with only knowing basic education are still very low paying jobs and does not help enough in including people into society. The gap between middle class and low class is still very significant.
Many people disagree with the idea of sending part of their taxes to public education. Public basic education is mostly substandard and mediocre. Elementary school generally covers a lot of topics in each subject that, if taken advantage of the content when taught, children can learn more than just reading, writing, and numerals. School is meant to develop not only the previous skills mentioned, but to develop yourself as a person. It is important that in those early years, kids learn how to analyze, understand, reflect, and question themselves. With the current level of education that is being provided by the government, it is very improbable that children are able to even dominate the reading skills, not to mention reading comprehension, good grammar, and a coherent organization of ideas, which makes it hard for them to express themselves and have a decent social interaction, especially at a simple, reasonable paying job. If we compare the benefits people in poverty would get for the current public education system and quality with the fact that taxes are taking money that there isn't constantly, especially because there isn't a job to get the income from, citizens don't consider paying taxes is worth it and that it is unfair.
People who have already passed their education years are still paying taxes, which means that part of that money goes to the education of other kids. The whole country is predestined for public education.
Taxes go for schools where my kids and I won't go. All the money that someone worked for in order to offer a good education for his own kids will go to pay for the education of a student that probably won't do anything for them because of the lack of a superior education, and it will get them nowhere. In the end, the part of taxes that go to education was a waste.